Hi, and this is going to show you how to add your voice to your PowerPoints and potentially upload them to YouTube. So after you have your PowerPoint open, make sure that it's to your liking, everything looks good. You can of course edit it later and I'll demonstrate how. And once you have, click Slideshow tab up on top and then click Record Slideshow and start from the beginning. Please make sure all of these are selected. They are both important to making sure it works the way you want it to, and then click Start Recording. So now as you can see, we're in here and everything on this slide will be recorded separately from every other slide, so you can individually edit what you say for each slide. You don't have to re-record the whole thing. When you're ready to advance a slide, you click or use your mouse like you normally would. So I'm advancing to the third slide. Now if you want to add any kind of annotation to your slides, that's fine. You have several options. You can do a laser pointer if you just sort of want to point to certain things as you go through them. This works obviously as a normal laser pointer. Or if you want to have a more permanent effect, if you want to, let's say, write something or highlight something, you can, and it will give you the option afterwards to keep these highlights on the screen afterwards. So while you're using these various mouse-related activities, please use your arrow keys to advance the slide. You can also obviously write on them on your slides for similar effect if you'd like to, give a little note if you're doing a math problem or something like that. And go through all of your slides, recording your individual notations for each slide. Once you finish, it'll ask you, do you want to keep your ink annotations if you made any? If you did not make any, then it just won't ask you, and you have the option. You can choose to keep it, or if you're maybe using this for a different class and that was just something specific, click discard. I'm going to keep it. So now, if we click on an individual slide and we want to hear what was recorded during it, we just hover over this little speaker button over here and we click play. Recording. So now as you can see, we're in here and everything on this slide will be recorded separately from every other slide, so you can individually edit what you say for each slide. You don't have to re-record the whole thing. So as you can see, that's what I said during the first slide. And then you have some more audio options, but they're not particularly relevant for now. And as you can see, the ink that we added earlier has been maintained. If you'd like to, let's say, only edit one slide or a group of slide, go to the slide that you specifically want to edit, let's say this one, and then we're going to go back to slideshow up on top, and we're going to click record slideshow, except this time we're going to do start recording from current slide. Yes, we do want to make sure these are both here, and we click start recording. So now again, let's say I wanted to highlight this. This will replace the previous slide. If you would like to continue re-recording from this point on, that's fine. Just click the arrow key, the right arrow key to advance. But if you only wanted to re-record this slide, you must hit your escape button. And it will ask you if you would like to again keep or discard these annotations. I'm going to choose to keep them. And let's see, recording. So now again, let's say I wanted to highlight this. So as you can see, it's there, over there. And you want to, once this is all here and ready for you, you're going to want to click File and save it as. You're going to want to save it as, a PowerPoint, obviously, in case you need to edit it later or anything happens. So first make sure you save it as a PowerPoint, and then click, when everything's ready, click Export. And then click Create a Video. So this is a little complicated. The larger the video it is, you're going to have to realize that the longer it's going to take to process and upload to YouTube. So if you're in a hurry, you might want to make it a little smaller, but you do want to preview it, especially if you have a lot of little text, to make sure that everything's able to be seen. So let's say I want it for computers and HD displays or internet or DVD or portable devices. Since we're uploading it to YouTube, in this case, I will do internet and DVD. You also want to make sure that you say use recorded timings and narrations. That is very important, or everything that you've done will be erased. And then you click Create Video. It's going to ask you to save it as something else. Let's say new and click Save. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to pause the video right now and I'll come back when it's done. So now that we're back and the video finished processing, and now I am here in my folder and I opened up the video, you're going to want to make sure you play the video to make sure that it all looks normal. An important distinction to note to advance the slide. So an important distinction to note is as this video goes on, the laser pointer appears, interactively as you are using it, whereas the highlights, even though we did the highlights as we were talking about this slide, the highlights only appear after you appear at the end. So the laser pointer appears throughout, like as you are doing it, but the highlights appear throughout the slide no matter when you added them. So now that you have confirmed that your video looks good and is correct, we now go to YouTube. Please make sure you are in your either Queens College account or the account that you have set up specifically for this that you mean to. Again, if you want to switch between Google accounts, you just click down here and click Add an Account and click Upload. Upload is in the top right of the screen. You click Select Files to upload, and as we remember before, it's this one. You can name it. You can set its availability if you want it to be unlisted, or so that only if you send them the URL they'll be able to see it. And then it will give you a URL. Now this URL won't work yet because it's recording. It might not work yet. It might take a little bit of time. So now, as you can see, we're in here, and everything on this slide, you have several options. You can do a laser pointer if you're as you can see, it maintains the laser pointer and all other features that were done while you were in the PowerPoint. If you have any questions, please feel free to